The candidate whose birthday occurs next, I won't tell you the date or the year, but the next birthday is Lawrence Robinson, so he gets to go first. And you can ask him personally when his birthday is, but he gets to go first on the opening statements, and then it's going to go in this direction, so Kate will follow. Okay? And you have 60 seconds.
Well, thank you all for coming. Thank you for being engaged. I was born right down the street. I was born at Good Sam's. And when my parents brought me home, they brought me to 40th Street in St. Catherine. And I think roots count. I think roots count for this neighborhood and this district because the biggest resource that we have in this city are its people. And the person who you should elect should make sure that those resources go to the people of this city and this district. I'm the only candidate, as we learned at the last forum, who will protect and reinvest and choose to take the services to the people that matter. Those are our libraries, those are our after-school programs, those are our senior centers. We need to restore the funding to those, and I'm the only candidate that will do that. And the really only way we change our city and protect our people is by providing the resources that give them a chance in the 21st century economy. That's what sets me apart. That's how our district will move forward, and that's why I ask for your vote. So I'm Lawrence Robinson, and I really do look forward to having this engagement with you, and I look forward to really taking the step forward as a district. Thank you.
Thank you. Kate, how do you go?
Thank you all for joining us here today. It's wonderful to be at South Mountain Community College. I'm proud to have taken a variety of classes at our community college system, from accounting to auto mechanics, and it is a real gem of our community. I do have to tell you I was better at the accounting than the auto mechanics. I'm not sure if that's good or bad news for a city council member. When I'm not taking community college classes, I work in economic development, trying to bring good jobs to our community, high-wage jobs. We've had plenty of Walmart jobs, we've had plenty of trucking facilities, but I really want us to have the kind of biomedical and technology jobs that will help us be a globally competitive city. I've also been the most involved in the city, going down and fighting for funding for libraries, serving as the chair of the Environmental Quality Commission, one of the 2 leaders of our 10-year plan. And I know that our community hasn't always gotten its fair share of resources, so I want to use my business experience and my experience at the City of Phoenix to make sure that we change that. Thank you.
Thank you. Pastor Warren Stewart.
My name is Warren Stewart, and I've served this community for now 36 years. My campaign is all about building relationships. District 8 is one of the most diverse districts in the entire city, culturally, racially, economically, geographically, professionally, in so many ways. And we can be the role model to all of the other districts here. I have a program for putting people back to work, public safety plan that has been endorsed by leaders in law, infrastructure, all about transportation. There's no hospital south of Buckeye Road. And it deals with increasing services that have been reduced during the recession. And finally, it's about building a whole new generation of leaders so that they can be prepared to take us to the next level. I will be honored to be your next city council person, and you and I together can make this district the envy of all of the others.
Thank you very much. Luis Rodriguez.
Good evening, thank you for having me here. My name is Luis Rodriguez. I was born and raised in this district. I was born out on 16th Street in Buckeye. Grew up down the street here on 48th Street in Southern. So I've been here all my life. I spent 25 years in the Army. I retired from the Army 2 years ago in 2011 after 25 years. I've spent my whole life and have chosen to build my life here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I bring a perspective, not unlike some of the other candidates, of seeing this community. But I'm more about you, the individual, you, the citizen. Everybody talks about resources and getting resources. Those resources are yours. It's your tax money. And it's being wasted. We're taxing you, and we're not using those funds for what they should be used for. So we need to use them for public safety, for infrastructure, and be smart about how we put in infrastructure. And we need the rule of law to make sure that all the laws are being followed, and this will attract businesses and economic development. And so I hope you vote for me, Luis Rodriguez. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Carolyn T. Lowry.
Carolyn T. Lowry right here. I'm going to be a real good girl today. I see that. I better be real cool. I'm Carolyn T. Lowry. Been in Phoenix here now about 55 years, living in the District 8 all this time. And the reason I'm running is because why not? I'm a black woman and I want the seat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna run hard to get it. This is 2013 and I've never seen a black woman sit on the city council here in Phoenix. So I want to do it before I get too old. I'm almost too old now, but I still want to go for it. I'm a good candidate. I've worked for years and years doing what a lot of people say they do. I work in the community daily. That's why you don't have to worry about signs. You won't see signs for me. You'll know me by my name, Carolyn T. Laurie. So if you vote for Carolyn T. Laurie, we're going to see a change. That's what we're looking for. We want to see a change.
Thank you very much. Everyone was very good about sticking to their time, so I'm encouraged as the moderator. Now we move into your really tough questions. I'm glad I'm not having to answer these questions myself. Since Lawrence began, the first question will be started off by Kate. This is a question having to do with public safety, and it's a very timely one. And I had it right here. Okay. Tell me how not to worry about the safety of my 17-year-old son in light of the recent ruling in Florida. 1 minute.
I wish I could say that you shouldn't worry, but I think we have a long way to go, and that decision showed us that we still have a lot of issues to grapple with, both nationally and in our community. So I think that, I can't provide that assurance, but I would love to see the city of Phoenix continue some of the recently started efforts to do a better job getting officers out in the community and building trust, getting officers out in the schools so that both students and the officers can develop those relationships. Community policing is an important tool for increasing public safety and making sure that both communities, law enforcement and citizens have that trust. And I think we just have to have an honest dialogue about the serious problems we have with law enforcement, with many different issues. So I wish I could say it was a solved problem, but I can't.
Thank you very much. Same question, Pastor Stewart.
I didn't get the last part of your question.
How should we not be, let me read it again. Tell me how not to worry about the safety of my 17-year-old son in light of the recent ruling in Florida with regards to the Trayvon Martin case.
I would advise us to pray and not worry. I would advise us to teach our young people how to respond in situations where they are stopped by police or by strangers. I would teach them self-respect. I would talk with the local governmental authorities, the police, to make sure that there's a good community relations program so that people do not fear police, but they see police as those who are paid to protect them, to make their communities more safer, and to encourage them that young people might want to aspire to be a police officer or aspire to live a full life and not be concerned about, am I going to make it until my 18th birthday?
Thank you. Luis Rodriguez, same question.
Well, I believe that what we need to do is it's about education, but not education in schools. It's about families. It's about communities. We have an antagonistic relationship in many communities that shouldn't exist. I, for one, think that we really need to kind of step back a bit and start looking at each other as Americans, as fellow Americans on the same path in a great country, and not see each other as enemies. And I think a lot of these conflicts are caused by looking at people and not seeing the similarities, but pointing out the differences. And if we step back and start looking at what makes us the same, as opposed to what makes us different, then that dynamic will slowly but surely change. I was never raised to be Mexican American. I was not raised to be Chicano. I was not raised to be Latino. I was raised as an American in the United States of America. And that's why I have, I think, a different perspective and a different view of how to approach those situations when they do happen, and we need to teach our children the same thing.
It's time. Thank you. Ms. Lowry, same question.
Well, this is a real touching subject for me. I lost a grandson the same way last year, 21-year-old. But I think we need to have some fun. We need to get together and get to know each other a little better. We can't work together until we get to know each other a little better. We need to learn each other's cultures, so you'll love me. Once you get to know me, you're going to love me. But right now, you probably hate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grassroots person. I'm real. I'm looking for real people like myself. You know, I need real people on my side, not people that are scared to come on out with the truth. That's the only thing that's going to set us free is somebody got to tell the truth. So that's why I'm up here today. I'm all about the truth. No money in my pocket, but got a lot of the truth on my side. And a lot of them know it.
Thank you. Lawrence Robinson.
Yesterday I was at the Trayvon Martin rally in the Forum downtown, and I was blessed enough to open with the prayer, and I was kind of caught off guard to be asked to do that. And during the prayer, I thought about my grandma. She served as the first African-American female judge in the city for years, and she loved the police. At her funeral, Phil Gordon, Kevin Robinson, folks who had served as prosecutors and cops were all there, and she loved the cops. But I also thought about the kids who were there with me, who were registering people to vote from the Rise of South Phoenix team. And these are black kids. Ja'Cory, I met one of my volunteers at the Race and Democracy Forum that we have another person here from today. I think about all of those issues, and the fact is that there's no easy answer. I served on the Community Engagement and Outreach Task Force. Councilman Johnson actually appointed me to that after he was thrown to the ground by a cop as a sitting council member. And so the real reality is we need to fund the cops, but we also need to train them on how to get involved with our community. We need to empower people to understand that they have a place at the table to create these policies for their safety.
Thank you very much.